1 month to live, day 1. It has already been a month in self-quarantine due to COVID-19. It's not clear how long it would go. As of April 20th, according to World Meter Statistics, the number of accumulative COVID-19 cases exceeded 2 million, and the number of deaths also exceeded 100,000 worldwide. So many people are anxious about how many more people will die in the future as the vaccine has not yet been developed. What kind of anxiety is this? What I think about it, it is about death. Then why are we so anxious about death? You must go through the gate of death anyways. While experiencing the fear of death with COVID-19, I was thinking that we did not really prepare for death much. Then I remembered the book, 1 Month to Live, written by Kerry and Chris. The authors saw people's lives change dramatically only when they approached death. They asked themselves, why can't all of us live more like we are dying? Isn't that how we were meant to live in the first place? To discover what we were made for and to utilize our unique gifts in the limited amount of time we're given. And at one pastoral retreat, they asked the question, if you can only live 1 month, how would you live? They handed out a diary to everyone and asked them to record what happens when they feel like they are living the end of their life. The result was astonishing, because everyone's life had experienced dramatic changes. Everyone has a clear sense of purpose of life and renewed passion for something truly precious. The relationship between wife and husband was recovered. They cherished times with their children and forgave those who needed to be forgiven. People focused on the things that are truly important and found vitality in life. Death makes us realize what is most precious in our lives. Why do you not even know what will happen tomorrow? What is your life? You are a mist that appears for a little while and then vanishes. James 4:14. Apostle James says, life is like a fog. Comparing it to the time of eternity, it reminds us of how short and fleeting the life on earth is. In Ecclesiastes, he has also set eternity in the human heart. Ecclesiastes 3:11. True faith can see eternity even in foggy times like today. Therefore, we cannot live like today is all. Also, we cannot waste today while thinking about the day we go to heaven. The only way to live eternity is to live each and every day like a gift from God. The God who created us has given us a day to live. Therefore, we need to know and experience His love and serve our neighbors, and must live a life in the fullest. Because life is evanescent, we must focus on the most important thing. We can't decide where we are born, who our parents are, which culture we face, and also, you can't decide when and where our time on earth will be up. We can't decide dates that go on the gravestone, date of birth, and date of death. However, what we can choose is how to spend the time between the two dates. Do you know who you are and why you are here? Are you living in a hurry to chase the things that really don't matter to you? The psalmist prayed, teach us to number our days and recognize how few they are. Help us to spend them as we should. Psalms 10:12. God wants us to realize that our time on earth is limited, so we will spend it wisely. But how to choose to spend this precious life is a wisdom. Tolstoy said, there is nothing as certain as death, but people prepare for winter, but do not prepare for death. If we live now recognizing this certain death, we will begin to see this life from completely different perspectives. Perhaps the meaning of what I thought was important right now is trivial. You will see what is most important. There is no good time to start than now. God gave us death not to make us afraid, but to make us realize how precious life is. If only you have 1 month to live, what do you want to do? What would you like to change? Ask this question to yourself and share your decision with your house church and village family. When we share with others, we gain power to act accordingly. If I only have 1 month to live, what do I want to do? My wife said she is sorry for not saying I love you to our daughters and nagging a lot instead. So these days we send words of praise and love to our daughters every day via Cow Talk. I thought I definitely want to go on a trip to lead my daily life before I died. But due to COVID-19, it was nearly impossible to travel. So I went on a backyard trip. I made an outdoor fireplace for campfire in the backyard. I dug the ground, laid pebbles, and stacked stones around. It looked great. Late at night, my wife and I roasted potatoes on a bonfire and talked about a few things, and I do not envy anything else. When we die and go to heaven, God doesn't ask us what great achievement we have accomplished. He will rather ask, how much have you loved? Because the biggest commandment of the Bible is, love the Lord your God and love your neighbors. With this love, called to save lost lives, lost souls, and make a disciple, will take care of itself. If you only have 1 month to live, in front of this question, your attention shifts to love, not achievement.